In this tutorial, I'm going to create these 3 icons of Love, Death, Robot series which is on Netflix, and it is one of my favorite series and I'm a big fan. And I saw the trailer of season 3 yesterday and decided to create icons and make a tutorial on it. So let's start by creating a new file. So I'm going to go to file menu and click on new, and from this window I'm going to go to web and view all preset. And I'm gonna select 800 by 600 pixel and RGB color mode is fine, everything else is looking fine. Just click on create to get a blank artboard. Now before I start creating any icons, I would like to show the grid. So for that I'm gonna press Ctrl and comma from keyboard, and for Mac it's command and comma, so you can see the grids. And to be on the same page, I'm gonna go to edit, preferences, and select grid, guides and grid. Now the setting for grid line every is 15 pixel and subdivision is 10, so I will suggest you to keep the same setting so we will be on the same page. Grid line is basically this darker line, so from here to here there is a 50 pixel distance, and inside this there will be 10 subdivisions as you can see in the settings here, and each subdivision consists of 5 pixels. So I'm gonna press OK. There's one more small thing I would like to do before I start creating the icon. So I'm gonna go to view and turn this snap to grid option on so we can make it precisely. Now let's start by creating the heart icon, which basically indicates love in the series. So for that I'm gonna use pen tool. So go to toolbar and click on this pen tool. And you can also use the hotkey, which is P, and I'm gonna come to this intersection of this grid line and click here to create my first anchor point. I'm gonna go down and to the right side, click to here to create the second anchor point. Third anchor point will be here. Now I'm gonna go to, first let's escape the selection, so press escape to exit the selection, and let's disable the fill. And I'm gonna go to direct selection tool, and you can also use the hotkey, which is A, and select this anchor point, zoom in a bit, scroll and alt, and for Mac option and alt together to zoom in. Move this point inside, so 1 and 2 subdivisions inside. Select this one and move it inside 2 subdivisions. And actually I created it to the right side a little. I'm gonna move it to the center and move this anchor point 1 subdivision to the top. And it's a personal preference, you can make it more pointy, so you can move it away, and you can make this wider if you want, but I'm happy with this. So I'm gonna change the stroke setting to 50 point. I'm gonna zoom out a bit and go to object, path, and outline stroke, so it will convert your stroke to shape. And now I'm gonna go to shape to direct selection tool again, select this circular widget, press shift to select this one together, again press shift and select these 2 widgets. Now these 4 widgets are selected. I'm gonna click and drag all the way to make them rounded. And if you zoom out, you can see your heart icon is ready. You can move it here. Now let's create the second one, which is a cross icon, which indicates death in the series. So again for that I'm going to use pen tool. Click here to create first anchor point and go across all the way. I'm going to use 4 grids for that. So I'm going to create second anchor point here and press escape to exit the selection. Disable its fill. And for stroke, I'm going to go 50. I'm going to select this stroke, go to edit, copy, and paste in front, so it will create a copy in front. And if you come to the transform, you can flip it horizontally, and I'm gonna go to stroke settings and make the cap rounded. Now I'm gonna select both of them, again go to object, path, and outline stroke to convert them into shapes. Now I'm gonna select this line and scale it down, so I'm gonna select this one first and press shift while you are scaling it down so it will maintain the proportion. I'm gonna scale it down from this side and make sure that it lines up with these grids. Zoom out a bit, do the same for this one, so scale it down from this side, scale it down from this side. Now I'm gonna select both of them, go to pathfinder and click on unite to make a single object, and the cross icon is also ready. I'm gonna move it here. Now let's create the third one. So basically it's a robot icon, and for that I'm gonna use rectangle tool. So you can come to the toolbar and there's an ellipse. If you click and hold, you can see some other options. I'm gonna select rectangle tool from here, click and drag, and I'm gonna use 4 grids for that again. And these 3 corners are rounded in the robot, so I'm gonna go to transform and click on this more option, and from here you can see these corner points here. So I'm gonna click on top right and make it 15 pixel, top bottom 15 pixel, and bottom right 15 pixel. And let's add some eyes. So go to your toolbar again, click on this rectangle and click on ellipse tool, create a ellipse from here. And if you want to create a perfect circle, just press shift from your keyboard while you're dragging, so it will create a perfect circle. Let's change its size to 20 pixel and move it here, change its color to yellow or white so we can see it properly. And I'm gonna move it here somewhere to the top. I'm gonna press shift and down arrow key from keyboard to move it 10 pixel inside. I'm gonna do it again and move it to the right side 20 pixel, go to edit, copy, and paste in front, and move this one to the right side. I'm gonna move it inside by 20 pixel and let's move this one 10 pixel using the arrow key only. Don't use shift this time, and select this one and move it to the right side 10 pixel. Select both of them, create a group, and I'm gonna press shift to select this one also, and press alt to click on the rectangle again to make it key object so we can align it in the center of this. If I go to align and click on this center, it will align these circles in the center of this rectangle. Now I'm gonna unite them to make them single object, and now I'm gonna press shift again and select this rectangle and use pathfinder minus, so it will make this hollow. All three icons are ready. You can align them, so I'm gonna align them to the center, so all of them center of the page. Now let's move heart cross, maybe here. Select the heart, I think it's on back, so I'm gonna move this one and move heart here. Keep space of 2 subdivisions between them, or maybe I don't know, 4 subdivisions are looking fine, so 4 divisions of space between them. And I'm gonna select all of them, create a group, align them to center. And now if you press Ctrl and comma, or for Mac command or comma, it will hide your grids, and you can fill any color you want. Go to orange, red, green, anything you want. And this is it for this tutorial. I hope you learned something new from it. Subscribe to my channel so I can bring you more Adobe Illustrator tutorials, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.